Alrighty, we've done about 10 minutes, and of course, obviously, no one is going to mind if you do more after the workshop, but that kind of gets you going on your step 4. So we're going to do another writing exercise. If I can find it. This one, you're going to fill a piece of paper with the stuff on the screen, the selfishness, unselfishness, dishonesty, honesty, false pride, humility, jealousy, trust, envy, contentment, laziness, activity. Now in this one, you put things that apply, things where you're selfish, and then put things that are, in other words, you write, and this is only for you. Now we're not going to share this. This is for you to share with your sponsor or someone you want to share your 5th step with. So we're going to only write those things down on a blank sheet of paper, and we're going to go through and spend about 5 minutes and just jot down things that you feel that's you. You know, you were honest. You saw somebody drop their wallet, you gave it back to them. You were dishonest. You saw somebody drop their wallet and you put it in your pocket. But anyway. So let's get going for about 5 minutes on that. Now, I think we're good. I think we've got at least a start on that. Now, the next thing I want you to spend just a couple minutes, and when you have your sheet, you go through and circle the things that most apply to you. And there's no wrong answer. This is, you're doing your own inventory, but you circle the things that most apply. That doesn't mean pure. On my sheet, I'm active, but then I also do have a streak of laziness. But anyway, but let's go through and circle the things that most apply. Now look, we're gonna, again, you can work on these more later, but we're doing kind of a quick step 4. And then search out the flaws in my makeup, which caused my failure. Help me to see where resentment has plagued me and resulted in a spiritual malady. But more importantly, help me to understand my part in these resentments. That's huge. What is Rick's part in these resentments? Help me to resolutely look for my own mistakes and to understand where I've been selfish, dishonest, self-seeking, frightened. Please help me to be searching and fearless in my endeavor to write my inventory. Now let's read just the two, we're going to read in unison, the 4th step resentment prayer. Prayer. God, please help me to be free anger and to see that the world and its people have dominated me. Show me that the wrongdoing of others, fancied or real, has the power to actually kill me. Help me to master my resentments by understanding that the people who wrong me were perhaps spiritually sick. Help me show those I resent the same tolerance, pity, and patience that I would cheerfully grant a sick friend. Help me to see that this is a sick man. Father, please show me how I can be helpful to him and save me from being angry. Lord, help me to avoid retaliation or argument. I know I can't be helpful to all people, but at least show me how to take a kindly and tolerant view of each and every one. Thy will be done. Dear God, I have a resentment towards a person that I want to be free of, so I'm asking you to give this person everything I want for myself. Help me to feel compassionate, understanding, and love for this person. I pray that they will receive everything they need. Thank you, God, for your help and strength with this resentment. And these instructions are for the above prayer, the big book Freedom from Bondage, page 552. If you have a resentment you want to be free of, if you will pray for the person or thing that you resent, you will be free. If you will ask in prayer for everything you want for yourself to be given to them, you will be free. Okay, now we've already done that. Let's see. We need to go to our fourth step, resentment prayer. Maybe we already did it. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we've already done it. Okay. Let's give ourselves a hand. We've done step 4. That's tremendous. That's tremendous. All righty, let's go back. Now these prayers I'm showing here, if you Google Friends of Bill W. prayers, boom, there they are. Not hard to find. I think they're tremendous prayers. They're very helpful to me. Having made our personal inventory, what shall we do about it? We have been trying to get a new attitude, a new relationship with our Creator, and to discover the obstacles in our path. We have admitted certain defects. We have ascertained in a rough way what the trouble is. We have put our weak items in our personal inventory. Now that these are about to be cast out, this requires action on our part, which when completed will mean that we have admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our defects. This brings us to the 5th step in the program of recovery mentioned in the preceding chapters. It is perhaps difficult, especially discussing our defects with another person. We think we have done well enough in admitting these things to ourselves, but there is doubt about that. In actual practice, we usually find a solitary self-appraisal is insufficient. Many of us thought it necessary to go much further. We will be reconciled to discussing ourselves with another person when we see good reason why we should do so. The best reason first. If we skip this vital step, we may not overcome drinking. Time after time, newcomers have tried to keep to themselves certain facts about their lives. Trying to avoid this humbling experience, they have turned to easier methods. Almost invariably, they got drunk. Having persevered with the rest of the program, they wondered why they fell. We think the reason is they never completed their house cleaning. They took inventory all right, but hung on to some of the worst items in the stock. They only thought they had lost their egotism and fear. They only thought they had humbled themselves, but they had not learned enough of humility, fearlessness, and honesty in the sense we find it necessary until they told someone else all their life story. Does anybody want to comment on that reading? That was page 72 and 73 in the book Alcoholics Anonymous. And there's a little more reading here I missed. More than most people, the alcoholic leads a double life. He is very much the actor. To the outer world, he presents his stage character. This is the one he likes his fellows to see. He wants to enjoy a certain reputation, but knows in his heart that he doesn't deserve it. The inconsistency is made worse by the things he does on his sprees. Coming to his senses, he revolted at certain episodes he vaguely remembers. These memories are a nightmare. He trembles to himself. He trembles to think someone might have observed him. As fast as he can, he pushes these memories far inside himself. He hopes they will never see the light of day. He is under constant fear and tension that makes for more drinking. Psychologists are inclined to agree with us. We have spent thousands of dollars for examinations. We know but a few instances where we have given these doctors a fair break. We have seldom told them the whole truth, nor have we followed their advice. Unwilling to be honest with these sympathetic men, we were honest with no one else. Small wonder many in the medical profession have a low opinion of alcoholics and their chance for recovery. We must be entirely honest with someone if we expect to live long or happily in this world. Rightly and naturally, we think well before choosing the person or persons with whom we take this intimate and confidential step. Those of us who belong to a religious denomination which requires confession must, and of course, will want to go to the proper appointed authority whose duty it is to receive it. Though we have no religious connection, we may still do well to talk with someone ordained by an established religion. We often find such a person quick to see and understand our problem. Of course, we sometimes encounter people who do not understand alcoholics. Now I just want to give you a personal note here. When I was new in Overeaters Anonymous, I told some people I was in Overeaters Anonymous, and they laughed at me because to them it's funny. They don't get it. When you come into the rooms in Overeaters Anonymous, you're around people that understand what goes on in your mind. When I talk to another compulsive overeater, I get it. I understand the thoughts they have about food because I've had the same